This clip highlights a key part of a conversation we had during the latest episode of The Work Within.
Every morning I wake up with anxiety of everything is going to fall apart. Every morning I wake up, almost every morning I wake up. I almost never wake up with like, oh Lord, you are so blah, blah, blah. I almost always wake up with anxiety that the world is going to fall apart and things are just not going to be all right. And what do I do every morning? I get up, put on my tennis shoes and go outside and walk for like 3-4 miles, lift weights. And then I come back home and I'm like, oh, the world is okay again. It's not going to fall apart. I think I'm going to be all right today. And then all of a sudden I have ideas of how to make the world a better place. I have ideas of how to co-labor with God to make things a little bit better. I'm talking to God nice again. My people nice again. Every morning.
God's like, don't pray right now, Dieula. Go run first.
Exactly.
And then you come back to me.
That's the funny thing, because people think of quiet time first. I cannot have quiet time first because my head is on fire and I think the world is falling apart, and my quiet time is loud time. And so I need something to help me create that quietness so that I can talk to God and the people better again. So for me, it's always something physical that gets me back into my right mind.
That is so awesome, Dieula, because in my knowing you, I would never have pinned you as someone who's anxious. Like you seem to me very cool as a cucumber and all that. But I guess, so thank you for acknowledging that you also wrestle with anxiety. And you found ways to manage it, right? Yeah.
I was going to say, she always works out before she talks to you, John.
Exactly.
Why is she always sweaty?
Exactly. That's why before 11 o'clock, I cannot have any meetings, because I'm working myself out. And I'm a child of immigrants. Okay. And so I have anxiety, I've talked about generational trauma and I'm 1.5 generation immigrant. So I have anxiety inside of me that's been there since I was born in Haiti, right? And so in my adulthood, I've learned that. That some of my anxiety is coming from somewhere, and that living under constant fear as an immigrant in this country and, living in constant need in this country and shame and all that brings forth a lot of anxiety. And in this season, in my adult life, I feel like I'm learning to manage it better. I'm learning to not react based on what my anxiety is telling me, that it's all going to fall apart, because it can be paralyzing. That's the other thing that I do, is that when I feel like it's going to fall apart, then why bother? But I have work to do. God has given me work to do. Yes. So why bother? Because God has called me to do this thing, and I need courage, and I need clarity, and I need quietness to be able to get that work done. So I've had to learn, what's going on inside of me. And I show up in confidence because I've walked 4 miles already, and now I'm good.
That's great.
I love that. I was gonna say too, don't neglect the body and what the body needs. So I love, you've already covered that. There's something about being outside, breathing, walking on the grass, working in the garden, stretching, moving, breathing, playing a sport, all of those things where you're just actively engaging, and it really does do something. It releases some of that energy. So it's like, it feels like that feels different than like a mindfulness approach, but it's not, like it's still, the body oriented stuff is super effective and important.
Thanks for tuning in to The Work Within. We hope this show blessed you in some way. Please subscribe and leave us a review. Your support means a lot to us. Finally, if you're looking for a therapist, we'd love to help. Visit us at www.watershedinitiative.com to get started. For a limited time, new clients can receive 10% off their first 5 sessions of therapy by mentioning The Work Within. Join us again next time.